All right, I am no professional with this kind of stuff, but I have been doing video for a good while, so I figured here's 5 tips for you guys to save you guys a little bit of heartache in a couple of years when you look back at your videos. I am sorry about this wind. This got really crazy, but get more angles to tell your story. For one, it looks a lot more professional. For 2, it just pulls everything together in the story a lot better. For 3, it makes your audience attention longer because you're switching up your shots and things are changing, so they want to keep watching. I don't do that much for these type of sit-down talking videos, but if I was to do any type of cinematic, then of course I'm gonna get as many angles as I can. And for my tip number 2, you just wanna make sure that those angles aren't boring. In our B-roll, we wanna show things that aren't quite normal. Like, we don't wanna look at eye level all the time, kinda like we are right now. You want some lower shots, some higher shots, some wide, some tights. You wanna mix it up. Having a variety of different looking shots is something that can always come in handy. Because having that perspective of what your eyes see every day, honestly, it's kinda lame for cinematics, B-roll, whatever you wanna call it. Now for these sit down videos, yeah, you kinda do want that eye level, eye contact deal, but for B-roll and short films, you don't always have to be using eye level. It's usually gonna hurt you if that's all you do use. My next tip for you is don't be just shooting auto and thinking you're doing something really good. You're not. All you're really doing is hurting your content and you're not getting full control of your camera. The only time I ever use any auto settings, in fact, is white balance and ISO, and those are only when I'm doing these type of vlogging shots. So right now, I actually don't even have it in auto white balance because it's cloudy out, so I have it set to cloudy white balance. I do have the ISO on auto, but if I was to sit down my camera on a tripod, then I will always lock it off to a certain ISO. But you're just not getting full control of the camera, and like right now, I'm super blacked out. I could have exposed for this, but no, it's just not cool. All right, the next tip that I have for you guys is to shoot in 24 FPS. It is kind of the standard just to shoot in 24 FPS. I mean, even Hollywood does it. That's their main frame rate that they use, and that's because it kind of gives you that filmic look, kind of the traditional back in the day. And it is still, in my opinion, the king of frame rates whenever you're talking about real-time frame rate. Right now, I'm shooting in 24 FPS as well. You could shoot in 30, I guess, if you really want to. If that's your style, go for it. I won't judge, but it shouldn't be done if you're trying to make your videos look cinematic. 30 just kind of gives off that beginner or home video look, just kind of like regular video, not really like you're trying, I guess. I don't know how else to sum it up. I would not ever use anything over 30 FPS for real-time shooting. Unless you're gonna do slow-mo, stick away from 60 and 120. The reason of that is because it makes your camera worse in low light. It also introduces a lot more noise. So if you don't want noise in your videos, you might want to stick away from that as well, because it does add some. Also, you can't shoot 4K 120 with most cameras unless you have the A7S III or something like that. So you're gonna have to go down to 1080 anyways. So just stick away from those. Stay at 24, 30 if you really want to, but just 24. I know I made a big deal out of that, but I just never covered it before on the channel. But anyways, I wanna go back inside now. We're gonna talk about another tip. Let's go. Are you coming? Okay guys, and tip number 5, make sure your lighting's good. Having trash lighting in your videos is gonna make you look really amateur, and you can actually get really good results from a bad camera if you light it well. So I have these 2 GVM LED RGB lights. They're pretty budget, they're really not the best, but they do get the job done because they are bright, and they also have RGB. So this light is at 45 degrees from my face on the angle this way. Now you can change that a little bit, like I could turn it this way more and then you'd get more of a dramatic shadow, or if I turn it more towards me, you're gonna get more of a full lit type of face. But I leave it kind of right in the middle of those, so right there. Just make sure you're actually trying to light your videos. I mean, just don't use your ceiling lights. It looks horrible, unless it's just some type of vlog. But like if you're doing a sit down shot, actually plan it out with your lighting. Oh, and I do have one bonus tip. Make sure your audio is good, because audio is half the video. People say it all the time, but it's a real thing. I would rather watch a 720p video with great audio than an 8K video with bad audio. I cannot stand watching videos with bad audio. It just takes away the whole experience of watching it. Anyways, those are my tips. So maybe that'll help you out. And we are back outside to do the outro. It's just so nice out. It's hard not to be outside. I know it's cloudy, but like the temperature, dude, it's finally not 20 degrees. Anyways, guys, that is it for my tips today. There was 5 plus 1, I guess, to give you the best video that you can and kind of just skip past those little mistakes. I do have more of these mistakes in my head, things I remember doing. So if you guys do want another one of these videos, let me know in the comments and I'd be glad to make it for you. If you guys did enjoy this video, feel free to show your support by dropping a like. That really does make a difference and it helps me out a lot. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting pretty close to 1K, but I'm gonna stop saying that. I mean, you guys know. I don't know why I keep saying it, but it is really cool though, and I am really happy that you guys are enjoying the videos. But anyways, that is it for today, and I will see you guys in the next one later. The reason of that is because it makes your camera worse in low light, and it also introduces, really? It also introduces, oh, dude, I literally can't do it at all. My phone just fell. My phone is okay.